because it changed my life for the better, fortunately. It's a lesson that I was taught that I'll never forget. I spent my senior year in high school in Sao Paulo, Brazil. My father went there to be in charge of a rayon compound. And I was sitting in the house, and down there all the houses, or most of the houses, have fences around them. And if somebody wants somebody in the house's attention, this don't sound a little weird, they'll stand outside and clap to get the person in the house's attention. And this is the way, because you don't dare go inside those gates. And I was sitting there reading one afternoon in the den, and I kept hearing this clapping, and I finally got up, and I and our maid met each other just right at the front door, and opened the door, and this tattered gentleman, middle-aged, was standing there holding something in his hand, and said something, and I didn't quite understand. I was still working on trying to understand Portuguese. And finally the maid helped translate. Of course, she didn't speak much English either, so we had a fun time. Finally, she got across to me that what he was holding was a little plant that he dug up somewhere and very carefully protected its roots and wrapped it in a wet piece of paper. And he wanted to trade it for something to eat. Well, I, in proper American fashion, immediately reached in my back pocket as I walked out the door and walked over toward the fence, took out 1,000 Cruzeiro note, which to me was very little, but less than $1. But to them was a pretty good bit of money. And reached it out toward him. And the look on his face, I won't ever forget. It was a look between disappointment and disgust. And he shook his head, and with his other hand he waved like that, and he once again said, "No, I want to trade it for something to eat." He didn't want a handout. He wanted to feel like he had earned it, and he didn't even want the money, which he could have used to bought something to eat, but he wanted to trade it just for food. I learned that day about lessons about dignity and about the importance of how and what we do toward other people. Folks, all too often we in America think that money is the end of all things, that that's the answer to all questions. And it isn't. The answer is how we treat each other and what we do for each other in this world. We can have all kinds of things, but when it comes down to how or what's going to happen on Judgment Day, those things can be more of a hindrance than they are of a help. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a reason God makes some people wealthy, and He does. And that's so that they can give. Our founding father, John Wesley, had a saying. He says, "Earn all you can, save all you can," but he added a third. He says, "Give all you can." It's not about building bigger barns. It's not about saving up things. It's about doing what we can with what God gives us, particularly when it comes to helping others. This man could have, instead of building bigger barns, could have what? He could have distributed his food to the needy. He could have done all kinds of wonderful things. But instead of thinking of anybody else, it was about him. And it's one of those things that we have got to at some point stop and account for. You can't buy your way into heaven, but you can sure go a long way toward it by helping others. The important thing, too, at the end of this is what we hear that God did. God had given this man this meeting. And then God says, okay, because you won't use it as I wanted you to, as you should have. I'm not just going to take it away. I'm going to take